Yo, yo, yo. Today we're talking about segmentation and more specifically why it's so hard to do go to market. Goat to market. That's what I just said. I said goat to market. Maybe that's what it stands for, goat to market. How do you take a goat to market? Well, you find a hillside with a lot of grass and then you set it free. Today, today we're talking about if you are doing workforce, so if you're a CMO or head of sales or you're at an agency and you're doing a horizontal go-to-market platform, we're going to talk about what you do with that, how you do it, how you figure out what to focus on. So let's talk about the very first thing that you need to do. And that is you need to pick an industry, a persona, and a use case. One, bundle all three of those things. Pick one and do all of your go-to-market from only that starting place. Because what I see companies do all the time is they take their average customer and say, this average customer is my ICP. But the problem with the average customer is they're in different industries, they're different personas, and they're using different parts of your product. So it's really hard to say, take the insights across here, you try to rise the tide, and it is basically impossible to do. And let me tell you, the best companies, what they do is when they start out, they actually narrow that. They narrow the subset of things that they are doing, which is either they pick a persona or they pick a use case, they pick an industry. And so let me actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk you through Clay's history here with the archive.org, with archive.org. It's fantastic. It's here in San Francisco. It archives the internet. So we're going to go back to when I first started using Clay. I think I just said fart. When I first started using Clay in 2020. And I'm going to talk to you about the challenge and how they position and why they're doing so well now. And you, even though if your product is positioned horizontally, you should not go to market horizontally. You need to go segment by segment. I'm going to teach you how to do that in this video. All right. So first, story time. So look, this is Clay in 2020. July 2020. Build tools and workflows to supercharge your team. Look at how terrible that is. Trigger, workflow step, find company names in text. Who needs this? Who does this? Who uploads a PDF and want to make it to text and then find company names? Clay is a new type of tool that brings together the best parts of spreadsheets, coding, and simple automation. This is actually still true today, but notice, connect your apps and code and automated workflows, build useful tools. Really, really hard to do this, right? Workflows, easy to use database, like serverless code. Does anyone that buys Clay today like, you know what, I could use some serverless code? No. Flows to automate your team's process. Clay still does this, but drag and drop, get your tools, triggered events and APIs. Who needs this? What is the problem this is solving? I still don't know. Organize and build with your data. Spreadsheet-like interface. This is horizontal. Powerful database in one click. JSON object. Okay, Clearbit. So that's kind of nice. Use functions with bases. What? Okay, scrape website. That's nice. Rich field types to model your content. File, text, so you can have files. A JSON object? Who is this for? I don't understand. Functions make it easy to add and share new functionality. No one wakes up in the morning and it's like, you know what? I really need some functions to add and share new functions. And by the way, this is the journey of every startup. It's not just Clay. But I want to give you a case where we know the end of the yellow brick road for them. Serverless functions. This is engineers. No go-to-market person is like, I need a serverless function. And this is, of course, great with hindsight, right? Okay, discover use for existing functions, combines functions with flows and bases. So they made up their own words. But notice how none of this, it's like, oh, Clay powers your integrations page. So make integrations the selling point. So they're like, Clay does integrations. Right there, an iPaaS? Like, there are. Integrations platform for SaaS, iPaaS. Like, well, let's see what their pricing is. See if we can, oh my gosh. See if you can, let's get started at that price. Oh, it's a Typeform. Let's actually see if this Typeform still works. Oh my gosh. Let's actually fill this. This is great. Brilliant friend. Jordan Crawford. Let's see if anyone actually notices this. The biggest pain point, serverless. For sure. This is amazing. I wonder, you think someone's going to get this? What do you use to track your customers today? I use Google Sheets. Anything else? Did you know that your lead gen form from 2020 is still live? And I found it. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see if anyone gets this. But let's actually go and look at what Clay is today. Okay, personalized outreach, this defines who they're going after. Data enrichment, I know what they do. Go-to-market teams, implementing data, 1,000 enrichment, CRM, email sender, data warehouse, right? Social proof. I actually know what they're doing. What can the product do? TAM sourcing, intent data. This is all go-to-market, right? And so you can sort of see sales, growth marketing. Clay has come such a long way. Solid data foundation. So they're like personalized outreach. They've got a bunch of quotes. They've got integrations here. So you can really understand how, even though you would say, well, Clay can do anything, this is clearly for growth marketers. It also is going to solve a really crazy challenge for them. I talk about Clay a lot in this way, which is that some products, the simple products are like great. If they're simple for a simple use case, fantastic. As they get more complex, they actually become useless because they don't solve the simple case. So the simple people are the simple people, but the simple problem people, right? That they're like, great, I've got simple tools for that. This middle layer of complexity is really hard because you want to do something and you get stuck. But then when tools become ultra complex, it means that you can kind of find a way to solve any problem. And that speaks to someone like me. I'm a growth guy. I want to be able to mix and match tools and technology and AI agents. And Clay just adds more and more and more and more complexity. So people like me really, really thrive on that. And so Clay's gotten to a point now where the complexity is good. So it's growth engineers, right? They've kind of helped provide a tool around a new category with this GTM engineer. So the role has formed around the company, which is really interesting. Also, go to market, right? It's just one particular use case. It's go to market. Now that's sales and marketing, etc. But the teams are really limited, and they're SaaS teams. Like this is B2B SaaS for sure because they're on the cutting edge of stuff, right? You're not finding, if you look at their logos, for example, you can see that these are legit people, right? Vanta, OpenAI, Anthropic, right? These are cutting edge teams using the cutting edge technology. So Clay has really niched down. But here's the thing, even if they didn't and you are in this place, you need to figure out how you would niche down. Now, I just did something for Copy AI, and let's actually talk about where we did a cannonball for Copy AI, which might not see the light of day. I don't know. But let's the place which because Copy AI is like great. There's a lot of people that could use Copy AI, and they're trying to solve solve the workflow. So the things that you might use Clay for, they're like, we'll just take care of the workflow. But there's what workflows? They're copy agents, how it works. So there's a lot of stuff here. It's like where should they focus? So when we looked at it, it's like, okay, great. We decided to focus on content creation. I'm not working with them. This is just something that I was messing around with to see if I could help figure out the segmentation. So we did content creation. Now, why did we pick content creation to run their fictional go-to-market? Well, there's a clear value, right? There's cost, and they can basically output a lot more for a lot less, which is always a good value prop. High quality SEO content. You can determine how much SEO content a company is producing and how good it is. So you can go scrape and pull the data from the HTML. So you can say, is there a meta description? Are there tags? Is this high quality SEO content or not? So you now have a scale, right? You can do things like quantify and qualify. Qualify is like, are they producing a lot of content. That's a qualification. Yes or no, enough of content. But then a quantification step is how much content are they producing? They're producing a lot, then we know that Copy AI is right. And actually, it might be that they're actually producing a little really high quality content. You want to be producing more. Thought leadership. So you can do things like figure out who are the people, who are the executives at companies that are posting often, that are on podcast, right? So are they producing thought leadership, yes or no? And then how much thought leadership? And then are they having long podcasts? Is there a lot of content from the thought leaders in their company? And are those epic pieces of content? So you can kind of see if Copy AI can do that. They don't have to talk about all this other platforms, all these other resources. The messaging and the targeting are so intertwined. And Copy AI can basically say a message like, I have seen your CEO on 15 different podcasts in the last month. Podcasts like Lenny's podcast, Diary of a CEO, da da da. And I see that you produce a lot of SEO content, but I noticed that the transcripts aren't making it from the podcast to your content. I have already done it for you. Here is an SEO optimized page for you that you can publish immediately that are based on what your CEO has said. Copy AI could send that today. I mean, I think so. And that's the type of thing you can do when you focus, when the list is the message. The list is the message is a phrase I invented. The list is the message. My course is going to teach you how to do that, and it's coming in February, I think. I'm really, really working on making it. I'm editing it. I'm spending a lot of time on this course to be able to try to capture as much of what I think for you. Thank you so much for watching. I'm so grateful for you. Have a beautiful Friday, January 17th.